Well, how do you do, everybody? Welcome to the Connie Mack League semifinals between the Wilmette Waves and the Palatine Pirates. Fourth meeting of the year between these two teams. And Kyle Capone letting it off. Wilmette comes in, even though they were the regular season champion, a base hit single to left. They come in as number 2 seed in their pod, in their seeding. So it's number 1 Palatine from one side against the number 2 Wilmette on the other side. And then it's Loyola and Evanston as the other two teams in the semifinals. Brian Kerwin, the batter. It's been a dramatic game earlier this year between these two teams. First game of a doubleheader, bottom of the 7th. A walk-off grand slam home run by Aaron Stewart. As Brian Kerwin hit batter. Henry Palatine, the batter. Two on, nobody out. And a ball 1. Both these teams are basically closed teams. That is, you have to go to the high school in order to be to play for the team. Wilmette, New Trier, and Palatine. There you go. And there's a base hit. And that's going to score a run. A single by Palatine. And Patrick Gentleman, the batter. And the ball outside. Over the years, there have been some classic games all the way around between these teams ever since they started playing each other. Ball inside. And they used to play each other also in the Connie Mack, in American Legion before Connie Mack. Ground ball, through for the base hit single. That scores another run for Wilmette. And Palatine in a second. Here's Matt Roth. Strike. There's a sacrifice. They're going to take the play at third, though. Fielder's choice. So runners at first and second. And Eddie Harvey, the batter. And a strike. Outside the ball. And strike on the inside corner. Eddie Harvey. Boy, I'm starting to see a lot of legacies. Younger brothers, players I've known since they were born. It's getting there. Grandkids of players I had back in the 1970s as a ball. And ball 4, and that means the surf's up. The bases are loaded. Waves on every base. And Griff Ryan, the batter. And a ball one. Had some movement, but stayed inside. And outside a ball. And low and outside a ball. No place to put him. And ball four, and that walks home a run. And Jaldwin home with the third run of the inning. Here in the top half of the first. And John Robinson, the batter. Ground ball. Third baseman has it, steps on the bag, throws to first, but won't be in time. Fielder's choice, and the fourth run of the inning home as Matt Roth home to score it. And here's Evan Hummel. And strike one. And a little bounder, second baseman has it. Over to first, and we're done with the top half of the first inning. But Wilmette puts a 4 spot on the board in the top half of the first and leads it 4-0 with Palatine coming to bat. And Luke Stoffel leading it off. First pitch hitting ground ball. Second baseman has it over to first. One up, one down. Here's Brent Penrose. Strike on the outside corner. Strike one. Nice pop up, coming back and out of play. Ugorski on the mound. Strike three. Two-way. And Jack Hopper, the batter. And fouled off. And a little soft liner back up the middle, base hit single. And Matt Helms, the batter, with Hopper aboard at first. JT Streepy on deck. And a soft little liner, but it's right down the line. That's a fair ball. And into second goes Helms with the double. Here's JT Streepy. Fouled off for a strike. Bottom first inning. And a strike. One way or the other, this is the final day of the season. We'll be done with the baseball and our 2016-17 sports season. Outside of ball.
Let's go, Foos.
And foul ball. Swing and a miss, strike three. And we're done with the first. To the end of one, it's Wilmette 4, Palatine nothing. We'll be back. You are watching the action on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. If you're going to drink, don't drive. If you're going to drive, don't drink. A message into public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Don Strickland the only man who didn't bat last inning, leads it off. First pitch hitting.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Ground ball that the shortstop back at second has for the, and over to first for the out. On away. Back to the top of the batting order, Kyle Capone. There's a strike, strike one.
Enough of the bad.
Swing it away, strike.
Yeah.
What's up, Ron?
Little ground ball. Shortstop has it. Over to first and time. 2 up, 2 down.
It's a good look.
Here's Brian Kerwin. Pitch outside the ball. And got around on it a little early. Fouled it off down the left field line. And a fly ball. Left fielder over. Has it for the out. Hammered down by the top half of the second. Waves go very quietly. No one, so it's there's nobody left. Go to the bottom half of the frame, and Jake Morto letting it off. And sends a blast out over the head of Capone. And Morto's into second with a double. Here's Max Maiska. Ryan tied a ball. Now this year, Wilmette only had 2 catchers, and one of them was away for most of the games. It's really been up to Don Strickland, and he's had yeoman service behind the plate. Gotten a lot of work. Swing it a bit straight. Yeah, right down the line. That's a fair ball. And that's going to score another run. Or a run. The first run of the ball game for Palatine. And Jake Holstrom.
Jerson said his arms was.
Batter. Goes the bunt. Pop up the foul. And went fishing in the Skokie Lagoon. Strike 3. One away. Jack Gachowski. Strike. And the ball a little outside. Bottom of the second. Showing butt. Pitch is high a ball. And a butt. Well, the first 2 late. Little infield single. And runners at the corners. And back to the top of the batting order, Luke Stoffel. Takes a strike, strike 1. Outfield playing shaded to right. And fly ball out that way. Center fielder with the catch, but sacrifice fly brings home the run. And it's 4-2. Wilmette leading. Brent Penrose, the batter. That clicking, squeaking noise you hear has to do with the camera up against Wachowski with the stolen base on contested.
It slips in.
Has to do with the tripod up against the painted backdrop.
Get the one from
Backstop. Penrose hit by the pitch and aboard. Here's Jack Hopper. Shave and a haircut, 2 bits. High and tight of ball. Hopper also the pitcher today for the Palatine Pirates. Strike on the outside corner.
We took it right from him. And we took
Henry. I see him in the parking lot.
Yeah.
I see him in the parking lot. He goes, that ball is too high.
A little squibber fall.
They're all coming through.
There goes the runner. Doesn't matter. Strike 3, and we're done with the second. And the other 2 is Wilmette 4 and Palatine 2, and we'll be back. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. The use of any tobacco products on any school grounds is illegal under Illinois law. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Top of the 3rd inning, and 3, 4, and 5 to up for Wilmette. Henry Palatine getting it off here. It's pitch low and outside of ball. Ball 2.
Great. No, lemon lime.
And a little pop-up. Shallow left, and the shortstop will take it to the out. 1 away. Here's Patrick Jolliman. And strike 1. Well, it's been a long season. It's a ball inside. With the number of games that we've actually done, not all of them have been television games. This is game number 60. Inside the ball. That's almost a minor league season. Actually, they've done more games than other years. And this year's strike. But owing to weather and other factors, and a little swipe foul by Jolliman, and strike 3. So 2 away, and Matt Roth, the batter. But I still think that's a lot of games. Here's a strike. Got a lot of them up on YouTube. And this game on demand on YouTube as well. Ground ball. Shortstop has it. Throw to first, not in time. And a little infield single for Matt Rowe. And Eddie Harvey, the batter. There's a strike. Now, the toughest part of doing high school sports is you only see them get to know them for 2, 3 years, maybe 4 years. And then they're off and gone, and most of the time you never hear from them again.
Jersey didn't respond. Oh, it's Faust.
And fouled away. And swing and a miss. Strike. It didn't matter with strike 3. And the inning over. So at the end of 2.5, Wilmette leading this one 2-0. Matt Helms leading it off. In the bottom of the third, and he gets hit by the pitch. So here's JT Scrapey. Swinging away the strike.
Oh, I don't know if I played last year. Just went to one game. Where is
Down to first, runner back. He did go in a strike. And a ball.
all the way over? Great. Go to the building. Go to the building.
And low and outside a ball.
Who's on the ball? FaceTime.
And the blast, that's going to get Gapper out there in left center. Over to third. And second and third.
Tell your boys to come.
As Helms to third and Streepy to second. Jake Mortal the batter.
He might be lying. Right, Banner, let's move again. What? Where?
Ground ball, the play is going to be at home, and the fielder's choice gets the runner Helms. And runners at first and second. And Max Maiska, the batter. Swinging a miss, strike.
Boost.
Bottom of the third inning. And a strike. Swing and a miss.
Best song. They'll run.
Because they understand baseball.
Yeah, I got you. Should we text them?
Threaten the runner back at second.
No, not before.
Weren't any fielders covering anyway, so there's no way to throw out there.
Don't say dirty.
At least keep the runner honest. That little foul ball.
Someone say Jake.
And outside a ball.
That's for sure. LOL.
Ground ball, solo roller. The play will be at first. And the runners advance. And Jake Holstrom. Runners at second and third. And pitch outside a ball.
That's how it's going to work.
Here's the strike. And foul ball off to the left. Jake Holstrom, the batter.
It's in Michigan.
And a miss, strike three, and we're done with three. It's 4-2, Wilmette leading Palatine. And we'll be back with more of the semifinals of the league right after this. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Cell phone in one hand, ticket in the other. A message into public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Top of the fourth inning. And Griff Ryan leading it off. We're going to be straight. Jack Hopper on the mound for the Pirates of Palatine. Pitch inside a ball there. Part of the northwest suburbs. Land of alliteration. A lot of the high schools out there all have that alliteration. Wheeling Wildcats, Barrington Broncos, Conant Cougars. Strike three. And Ryan out. And here's John Robinson. Hersey Huskies. Like we say, Palatine Pirates. Rolling Meadows Mustangs. A lot of alliteration out there. Outside of ball.
Who's going to play? Oh, Nodes is going to play. Yeah, that's what we need. The missing piece. Nodes is on the ball.
Here's a strike. That's compared to Lake County, which is the home of the Bulldogs. I got 4 high schools in Lake County whose cool nicknames are the Bulldogs. And John Robinson's got himself a base hit. Yeah. Interesting way of fielding it, but Robinson aboard on the single.
Yeah, Hummel.
And here's Evan Hummel. Go to first. We're back. And fly ball, left fielder. Over and has it for the out. 2-way. Don Strickland, the batter, and he takes a strike.
Dude, I'm about to call Joseph. Can you call Joseph?
Top of the 4th inning.
You actually just stained your hat.
And pitch low ball.
Houston had to tell you. Calling Joseph.
Actually, the only non-alliteration out in the northwest suburbs that I can think of is from Vikings. Schaumburg Saxons, Conant Cougars. And there's a shot right down the left field line. That's a fair ball. And bobbled a little bit. They're going to send Robinson home. With the 5th run of the ball game for Wilmette on the double by Strickland.
Where are you going?
And back to the top of the batting order, Kyle Capone. Calls one off. And the ball a little bit low and outside.
Around for like 2 months. They're going to Type.
And line shot to Whoopsie. And everybody going to be safe. Right at the third baseman, and he had to eat him up a little bit. 2 out. And Brian Kerwin, the batter, takes a pitch outside the ball. And right up the chute. Fall and room, but nope, not going to get it. Just judge it a little bit in the sun. Go to first runner back. The wind up here also makes things kind of swirl a little bit. Got a little piece of it, fouled it off. Strike 2. We're on the hill at Loyola. Final day of the baseball season. Semifinals right now. Strike 3, and Wilmette done here in the top of the 4th, halfway home with the ball game. And Wilmette leading this one 5-2. Jack Gachowski letting it off. And a ball. And fouled away off to the left. Goes the bunt, bunts it foul. And strike 3. 1 away. And Luke Stoffel, the batter. And he's got himself a base hit to the left side of the infield. So 1 out single. And Brent Penrose, the batter. He's in the high pop-up. First baseman calls for it, takes it for the out. And Jack Hopper, the batter. Number 3 in the batting order and also the pitcher today. And he's got his base hit single right up the middle. And Matt Helms is the batter. The long look back and the pitch outside a ball. The longer a pitcher is distracted by a base runner, whether it be the long look back or the multiple head turns, the more likely the pitch to the plate's going to be a ball. Ball. And a high fly ball. That's going to be deep. Out dead away center and over the head of Eddie Harvey out there. That's going to score 2. And now the ball gets away and over to third goes Helms with the 2-out double and the error thrown in there. And it's a 5-4 ball game. And a ground ball. Second baseman over to first, and we're done with the 4th. At the end of 4th, it's 5-4. Wilmette leading Palatine, and we'll be back. The home of high school sports on the North Shore. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Play hard, practice harder. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Top of the 5th inning, and the Waves holding now a 1-run lead. Henry Polinsky leading it off here. 3, 4, and 5 due up. And the Waves line up, pitch outside a ball. Speaking about alliteration, we got a lot of it in this game. Wilmette Waves and Palatine Pirates. Outside a ball. Actually, I was discussing back when the Kane County Cougars moved to Geneva from Wausau. They had been the Wausau Timbers, and the group was a group of hockey fathers from the North Shore that moved the team, and they were trying to think up a name for the team as they moved it from the Wausau Timbers. And I said, I think the Kane County Cougars is about the best you can come up with. Speaking of alliteration, a little pop-up thing about a second baseman in short right field. Here's Matt Roth, and stolen base after Henry Polinsky walked. He's at second. I mean, I'm not saying I was the one that named it. That's not what I'm saying. But when they were asking me what I thought of various different names, because I was involved kind of loosely with television for them, very loosely. And I said Kane County Cougars. I mean, that's the alliteration is better than anything else you could come up with, considering some of the teams' nicknames in the Midwest League. The Lansing Lugnuts. There's some strange ones around, even high school teams. Foul ball. At least you forget the Fisher Bunnies. And ball 4. And Matt Roth aboard. And here's Eddie Harvey. Runners at the corners. Which is high a ball. Yeah, a little ground ball. First baseman out. Tried to throw home. No, it didn't count. Couldn't get there in time. Took the out at first, though. And it's 6-4. Favor Wilmette. Here's Aaron Stewart. Batting for Griff Ryan. Swinging a bit strike. Top of the 5th inning. And a ball. And hit by the pitch is Aaron Stewart. And that puts 2 aboard for Wilmette. And John Robinson, the batter. Swinging a bit straight. Well, he got a little piece of it, I guess. Scooped in and a fly ball. Left fielder takes it for the out. Hammered up in the top half of the 5th inning. But the Waves put another run across and lead it 6-4. And Jake Morto leading it off. Takes a pitch low, a ball. Outside a ball. Well, such a nice day for baseball. Good idea to play 2 here today. There's a strike. And a ball. 3-1. And ball 4. And Myrtle aboard. And Max Maiska, the batter. Maiska. One of those Polish names with the YZK, SYZK. Maiska, I guess I'm going to stay with. Thought of first runner back. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Swinging a bit straight. Even my own players, I sometimes mispronounce. Outside the ball. Runner first. I pop up foul without a play. I'm getting to the Harry Carey school of mispronounce everybody's name. Getting to that age. Ground ball. And he'll take the play at second out and forget to throw to first. Fielder's choice. And Jake Holstrom, the batter, and he fouls one off. And ground ball right back up the middle, base hit. So 2 on. And Jack Grachowski, the batter. Bench runner over there. Let's see. That's Jason Rivera running for Holstrom. Showing bunt. Took a pitch outside the ball. Check the runners. way, throw out the second. Not a... It shouldn't be doing that. That outside of ball. Not a high percentage play where the catcher to throw out the second. And bunt attempt, and that's fouled off. It didn't count. It was a balk anyway. And a bunt, third strike. I don't know how they arranged that, but runners at second and third, and bunt on a third strike, and Gorchowski's out. And Luke Stoffel, the batter. Foul ball back. That wasn't, no. They're saying he stuck his arm out. Swing and a miss, strike three. And Stoffel's out. And we're done with the fifth. It's 6-4. Wilmette leading Palatine. We'll be back. You are watching the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Sportsmanship, it's a learned behavior. Practice it. A message into public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Top of the sixth inning, Evan Hummel leading it off. Takes a strike. Hummel, Strickland, and Capote do up for the Waves here. And a little ground ball. Shortstop has it open first in time. One up, one down. Here's Strickland. Pitch outside the ball. And somebody sent me a text about how they were, or an email, I guess it was, about how they were upset with how I called the game. Pitch high and tie the ball. And I finally had to kind of shut him up by saying, it's my broadcast. You know? I'm hired by, I have my own subcontract in a sense. He was talking to me about a basketball game in 2012. Oh, he didn't like how I called the game. Ball four, and Strickland drew the walk, and the courtesy runner over there at first is Pete Burnside. Thought of first, runner back. A lot of people don't understand it. As I do these broadcasts, at least part of it has to do with that, depending on coaches to give me foul ball on a bunt attempt. The opponent schools giving me their rosters. I can't get to the scorebooks and things like that. So I'm basically at the mercy of the other coaches. Throw to first, runner back. And behind Capone. And over to second goes Burnside.
1-2.
A little ground ball foul. Off to the right. Is strike three. So two away. And Brian Kerwin, the batter. And again, Brian Kerwin gets hit by the pitch. Second time today. He's going to get the Zach Martin Award for the most hit by the pitch. Zach was notorious for that. Henry Pelinski, the batter. Almost. Zach played back in 2003. Yes, 2004 maybe. I know 2003. And it seemed like every game he got hit 1 or 2 times. Blackjack. Now the count to Pelinski. And a little ground ball. Second baseman has it over the first, over double in the top half of the 6th. Go to the bottom half of the frame. And it remains 6-4. Wilmette leading Palatine.
I never received it.
Foul ball. Brent Penrose laying it off for the Pirates. Pitch inside the ball. And swinging a bit straight. Ground ball. Shortstop has it. Long throw in time. Went up, one down. Jack Hopper, the batter. And strike. Waves have an economy of hitting, 6 runs on 6 hits. Palatine has put a lot of batters on base, 4 runs on 10. Little ground ball, and again shortstop. And again to first in time. 2 up, 2 down. And Matt Helms. 2 doubles and a hit by a pitch in his 2 previous plate appearances. Batting here. Pitch high ball. And fouled off. And a pitch low ball. Connie Mack League semifinal. Last day of the season, ball 4, and Helms aboard via the walk. Here's JT Streepy. 1 for 3 on the day. Outside the ball. And a pitch low ball. Drew Gorski's gone the distance for Wilmette. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And a foul ball just outside of third. First, rather. And ball 4. 2 walks, 2 on, 2 out. And Jake Bortle, the batter. And strike 1. Strike 2. And strike 3. And for Delman 6 at 6-4. Wilmette leading Palatine, and we'll be back. The North Suburb Sports Center, this is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. If you can't see the other driver, they can't see you. At dusk, dawn, or night, make sure you turn on your lights. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Moving along, top of the 7th inning, and Patrick Jolowin letting it off. Fouls one off. New pitcher on the mound, Tommy Sobey for the Palatine Pirates. Pitch outside the ball. Jack Hopper did a pretty good job there. Base hit single. This over the shortstop. And Jolly with the board. They'll lead off the top of the 7th inning. Here's Matt Roth. And he sends a fly ball in the same direction, but this time left fielder beat on it, takes it for the out. Here's Eddie Harvey. So to first, they got him. And Jolowin picked off first. There's strike. Foul ball. Off to the left. And fisted away. And a base hit up over the second baseman to right center. And Eddie Harvey aboard via the single. And here's Aaron Stewart batting for the first time in the ball game. There goes the runner, stolen base for Harvey, and then it bounces away, and Harvey over to third. So stolen base and an error for Eddie Harvey. Took it a bit straight. Aaron Stewart batting here. He had the grand slam against Palatine. Won the first game of a doubleheader over at Wilmette. New Trier, Duke Childs Field. Home field of Wilmette. Now the pitch on the way, and he sends a blast. That's up over the head of the left fielder. Nice diving try to get it. And Stewart in the second with the double, another run home, and it's 7-3. Little ground ball, shortstop. Good charge and a nice out. And the inning over. We go to the bottom of the 7th. And Wilmette leading this one 7-4. As we go to the bottom of the frame, and Max Meiska leading it up. And a strike. New pitcher on the mound for Wilmette, 2. And a strike.
How do people spin it with one hand? You just gotta flick it with your wrist.
John Robinson. Strike 3. One away. Here's Tommy Sobey. Outside of ball. Pitch is high ball. Obviously, John Robinson likes the economy of motion. You know, there's not a lot of movement of the body. Strike on the outside corner. Kind of rears back and throws. And a pop-up foul and out of play. From the hill at Loyola. This is actually landfill. What was the concrete of Loveview Naval Air Station is underneath here. Ball 4 and Shelby aboard. Via the walk. And Jack Grachowski, the batter.
305. Let's go. Well, why?
Ball. One out.
He said something. When I said,
One out.
you said, hey. He's trying to get them rowdy. Miami was not happy.
Another first runner back.
Let's take it down to 305, Miami.
Outside the ball.
My favorite performance.
Miami zone.
Oh,
I know what it means.
I'm from Miami, so
Pride of the 305.
We got the Evanston team sitting here right behind us. Pitch high and outside the ball.
it's a fact.
Evanston beat Loyola, so the winner of this game will play Evanston for the championship. There's a strike. Whoa! There goes the bat. A little pine tar, buddy. Strike 3. 2 down. And Luke Stoffel, the batter. Games like this, toughest thing to get is the last out. Win a ball game. That's where Wilmette now is. 2 out. Runner at first. And a pitch low ball. Luke Stoffel, the batter, has 1 hit and 3 at bats. He did have a sacrifice fly that doesn't count as an at bat. Foul ball. And low and outside the ball.
Yakman scored.
Yeah, the Evanston guys asked me who is Connie Mack. Attempts to catch that, but nope. And single. Runners at the corners. Brent Penrose, runners at the corners. Connie Mack was a baseball legend. Ground ball, shortstop, walk, throw, not in time. And run home. That's a 7-5 ball game. And here's Jack Hopper. Low and outside the ball. Connie Mack was a catcher who invented catchers playing up close behind the batter, and was a baseball manager for many years. Oh my, a blast up over the head of Harvey. That's going to score 2, and we are tied at 7 here in the bottom of the 7th inning with 2 out. Here's Matt Helms. Here's a strike. The old baseball stadium in Philadelphia. It's called Connie Mack Stadium. Now that's what the league is named for. Who the league is named for? Member of the Hall of Fame. I think he was I don't know if he was an original member of the Hall of Fame or not, but he should have been if he wasn't. And there goes the runner. Throw the third down at time. Stolen base for Hopper. That's the game winner over there at the third. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Ground ball. Third to first, and we go to extra innings with the ball game tied at 7. We'll be back. The Metro Chicago Sports Network. Drinking alcohol on the sidelines or in the stands is never appropriate. Think before you drink. A message into public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Yeah, we go to extra innings in the Connie Mack League semifinal. Evan Hummel, strike one. Top of the 8th inning.
You know what else is going to be shot on video? Is you supporting him.
The only problem that you have with this is whoever wins this one's got to go immediately and play another game against a team that's had a couple of hours off. Yeah, strike. A little foul tip, I guess. Got a little piece of it outside the ball. I think that counts blackjack on Hummel. And another one curved outside the ball. Top of the 8th inning.
You see them at
And another one outside the ball. Almost Don Strickland and Cal Capone do up. And strike 3. High inside corner. One away. Here's Don Strickland. Yeah, it's a ball one. I can tell by batting stances what. There's a strike. What individual batting coach they've gone to. I've got to that point. I've seen them over the years. I can tell exactly who they've gone to. There's a fly ball, and that's a gapper up over the head of the right fielder. And Strickland on his way to third. And the throw not in time. A triple for Don Strickland. Courtesy runner over there. And Kyle Capone falls well. Wilmette went into the 7th inning, bottom of the 7th, with a 3-run lead, couldn't hold it.
The inches you need are all around you.
Brian Kerwin batting, or Kyle Capone batting. Here's the strike. Brian Kerwin on deck. Infield pulled in, looking for play of the plate. The lock and load. And a base hit to right. And that's going to score the run. Throw out to second in time to get Capone. But Wilmette regains the lead at 8-7. And a fly ball by Kerwin on the first pitch. And center fielder over and has it for the out. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. And Wilmette has regained the lead 8-7. And JT Streepy leads it off. And falls one off. Strike one. Strike two. John Robinson on in relief. And a fly ball. That's going to be a gapper out in right center. Up against the fence. And in second goes Streepy with his second double of the ball game. And here's Jake Morto. The outside of the ball. And a little ground ball off the glove of Robinson, and it's an infield single. So runners at the corners. Mike's got the batter. And a high pop-up foul. Going to give chase, but nope. Not very good coverage down the line there. And that's going to be a gapper. And we're going to tie ourselves up again. And a double by Maiska. Here's Jake Holstrom. Infield again pulled in. Which is high a ball. And fouled away. Runners at second and third. Game-winning run at third. Low and outside a ball. We're in the bottom of the eighth. Extra innings today. And strike on the inside corner. Tommy Sobey, batter. And strike three. And here is Jack Grachowski. Go to third, runner back.
I'll live with that. Here you go, Ronnie. What do you say here, kid?
Dream championship is to win an insurance.
Low and outside the ball.
Yeah. Move.
They got a man strike. They got a little piece of it.
I had to figure it out halfway down.
Goes the bunt. And suicide squeeze. Runner's out, and he's also thrown out of the ball game for not avoiding the contact. The 2 out. So Jake Morrill, there was a suicide squeeze that they didn't connect, and Morrill, as he tried to come home, instead of avoiding the tag, I think kind of had a little indecision on his part, but because he bumped, a high pop-up on the infield and take it for the out. But in any case, we're tied at 8 as we go to the 9th inning. We'll be back with more, still tied. We'll be back. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Granting prevention for teenage drinking is never acceptable. A message into public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Well, we remain tied as we go to the 9th inning. And Henry Polinsky letting it off. Strike one. And a little ground ball. Second to first in time. Got it. One up, one down. And Patrick Donovan, the batter. He sends the fly ball out to center. Center fielder drifts back a little bit. Takes it for the out. 2 away. And Matt Roth, the batter. Ball back. And a ball.
You ever broken a camera?
And a strike. Speed this thing up a little bit. And a foul ball back out of play.
We have regular season court.
And a pitch low and outside the ball. The bat rolls. Top of the ninth inning. Outside the ball. So whoever wins this game has about 15, 20 minutes off, and then we'll have to play another game against Evanston. Ball 4. So wrote the board via the walk. Here's Eddie Harvey. And a line shot, that's a base hit. Single left. And 2 aboard with 2 out. And Aaron Stewart, the batter. Balled away.
Yeah.
It's just fun.
And the ball gets away. Everybody got an answer on up. Second and third.
It's like telephone. It's been exaggerated everything. You did not make it.
And a high pop-up right to the second baseman, who takes it for the out. Go to the bottom of the ninth. And we remain tied at 8. And letting it off top of the batting order for the Pirates, Stoffel. Dropped it in, but a little high, a ball. And ground ball right to second baseman up first. One up, one down. Here's Brent Penrose. Pitch is high, a ball. Top of the batting order. Here's the number 2 in the batting order now. Swing it a bit, strike. Took a little something off that one. Outfield playing straight away. And a ball low and outside.
Can you throw?
Yes.
He did throw yesterday.
Swing it a bit, straight.
I'll throw 80% breaking balls.
I can throw.
And high and tight a ball. I think we got ourselves a full count here.
Give me the start. Give me the start.
Line shot, base hit to left. One out single. And Jack Hopper, the batter.
Wolf, you can throw. You're starting. Pat, you got 1 or 2 in you.
Outside a ball.
Pat, you have like 4 pitches in you. Maybe. Like, you have 1 out.
Got a first runner back. Inside a ball.
You're relieved. You're shutting it down. The Dobb dominates, extra inning guy.
Does he do it? Does he do it?
And did he go?
How? Oh,
They're saying no, I think.
the Hopper almost went junior last year.
And a ground ball. Flip the second for the out. On the first, and that's thrown away. That's an error. Runner going to take off the second, but they got him. So it ends up as a double play, and we're done with the ninth. And we remain tied at 8, and we'll be back with more in just a moment here on the network. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message into public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Now, we could be here for a while. Top of the 10th inning in an 8-8 ball game. John Robinson, bunt, and that is a beauty. They'll let it go foul. Strike one.
It's probably Cam.
Does Tom play top tier?
John Robinson leading it off. Robinson, Evan Hummel, and Don Strickland do up. And a ground ball. Past the third baseman. Leadoff single. Robinson. And here's Evan Hummel.
Fast. You get
The look over.
Yeah.
And the pitch. And there's a bunt. And that goes foul.
Charlie Cinnamon all over it.
First ball for the hurt two noises. My first hit in your face.
Again, showing bunt. Throw to first. Runner back.
I know he was right there. That was the point.
Top of the 10th inning. And the semifinal follow-up. Hummel didn't mean to swing at that one. He got 2 strikes on him, though. They have to swing away. And does so. Gets the base hit to the left field. So 2 out. And nobody out. Don Strickland, the batter.
The duck ball.
And Strickland has had a double and a triple today, showing bunt. Up. And right up in the air and caught by the catcher. And one away. Here's Kyle Capone. And the ball outside, ball 1. And a high pop-up. Foul territory. First baseman takes it for the out. 2 away. And Brian Kerwin, the batter.
Oh, Cam did.
And outside the ball.
Dylan was good.
Did he not catch? Horvitz.
He was good.
Long look by Sobey. And the pitch. Line shot. That's a base hit to left. And the left fielder bobbles it. That's going to score a run. They're going to send a second man home. And into third.
What are you doing?
Goes Kerwin with the single and the error. And Wilmette now leads 10-8 here in the top of the 10th inning. Henry Polinsky takes a strike. And pitch low and outside the ball. Swing and a miss. Straight by Polinsky.
Look. 2's are 1 if you subtract 10 from 2 from 10 is 8. 2 times 5 is 10.
And well outside the ball.
3 plus 2 is 5 times 2 is 10 minus 2 is 8.
And a little ground ball. Shortstop back hands it over first. And we go to the bottom half of the 10th, but Wilmette has regained the lead here and leads it 10-8. Matt Helms takes a strike, strike one. And a strike.
You look like a ghost.
Ooh, didn't miss by much. A little bit outside. Dropped in. I don't know where it dropped over the plate. Try again with that one and fouled off. And a pitch low ball.
Just tab and Brent.
Oh, yeah.
Ground ball. And the throw and threw it away. So Helms aboard by the error. And JT Streepy the batter. And Streepy's got himself a single to right. And 2 on. And nobody out. And Jason Rivera. That's Rivera came in when Jake Mortal was thrown out of the ball game for running into the catcher Don Strickland back in the 8th inning, batting here in the 10th.
Let's go.
And a ball. So tying run aboard. And strike.
You leave it, I take it.
Go to punt. And they're going to take the play at third. They got him on the fielder's choice. So 2 on.
And then we have to play.
And Max Meiska, the batter.
1v1v1.
Swinging a bit straight. Going for the fences on that one.
Someone's in the infield.
In the first third of the
Yeah, you just send in like 5 guys.
Oh, you just send it.
You send in 5
And low it outside the ball. And a high fly ball. That's up over the head of the left fielder, Capone. And one run going to score, and they're going to hold the runner at third. And a nice throw home. So the double by Meiska. And now the tying run at third. Tommy Sobey, the batter. 1 out. Tying run at third, winning run at home. At second, rather. Infield pulled in, looking for play at the plate. 2 aboard, 1 out. Bottom of the 10th inning. Pitch is high a ball.
That sounds like a cartoon. That sounds like a cartoon.
And ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Here's Jack Gachowski. You know what? That could have almost been an unintentional, intentional walk for the play at any base. Infielder playing kind of middle in. Now they're going to come in a little bit further. No, they're going to stay at that middle in.
And then
where's the office? What TV thing has the office?
I don't know.
And strike on the outside corner.
There's a little thing. Really? Okay.
High and outside a ball.
That's gonna 1, 2, 3 double play. With the tag in it.
The guy went like, yes, I am.
Fly ball, shallow left.
Go for it!
Taken for the out. And right to the cutoff man. And everybody will hold. The bases remain loaded. 2 away. And Luke Stoffel, the batter.
Nasty curveball.
And the ball.
Pull that string, man.
0-1.
Oh, he is.
That's what I'm saying.
Scooped and fouled away. 1-1 the count.
Made it out of Lance after all that happened.
After Michigan State.
And low and outside. And the count goes to blackjack on Luke Stoffel. Well, we've had a wild and woolly ball game. Fly ball center field, taken by Eddie Harvey for the out, and the ball game is all over, and Wilmette wins the semifinal by the score of 10-9 over the Palatine Pirates in 10 innings. Well, a great ball game all the way around today. Wilmette had 3 opportunities and finally put it away with the 10-9 victory in 10 innings. Now, just a great ball game all the way around for Wilmette. 10 runs on 14 hits, 3 errors. They were struck out 6 times. They were walked 6 times. Wilmette left 12 on base and did have 3 stolen bases. For the Palatine Pirates, 9 runs on 19 hits, 3 errors. They were struck out 12 times, walked 4. They left 16 on base and also had 3 stolen bases. So that'll do it for us for this ball game. Wilmette will play for the championship against Evanston in the 8th meeting of the year between the 2 schools. And that'll do it for us for this ball game. Remember, you can watch this game at any time on demand on YouTube. And for all of us here at the network, we say as always, thanks for watching and so long.